Hey guys, today I'm going to look at my two pocket stoves. Actually, I kind of lied because I don't think I've carried a stove in my pocket in my entire life. The term pocket stove normally refers to a mini stove, a micro stove, or in other words, just a small stove. And even though they are known as stoves, you probably wouldn't want to rely on one of these to knock up a gourmet three-course meal. I have actually cooked a proper meal on these things before, but mostly for fun and in relatively controlled conditions. This kind of stove is better suited to heating water to make a delicious cup of coffee, or that other almost unmentionable and certainly detestable drink beginning with the letter T, to heat wet food, or to heat water to rehydrate something like pot noodle or your favourite freeze-dried food. The first of my stoves that I'll look at is this, my MSR Pocket Rocket. You can pick up these stoves in most good outdoor stores or online. I got mine from bushcraftlab.co.uk. The MSR Pocket Rocket is a ridiculously compact but very effective stove that folds up into this tiny red case. If you're interested in the weight, according to the MSR website, this thing weighs in at an astonishing 73 grams. Obviously, you also need to factor in a fuel canister, and they're available in different sizes, and a pot of some description to pop on the top. I haven't tested it, but MSR claimed that the Pocket Rocket is capable of boiling a litre of water in just 3.5 minutes. But obviously there are external factors that will affect that boil time. When it comes to fuel, MSR state that you should only use their branded fuel, but then they would. I've used my MSR Pocket Rocket with fuels made by other, maybe more cost-effective manufacturers, and I've never had a problem. I love this stove. Let me show you why. Firstly, because it's really easy to assemble, even if you've got cold, wet fingers and you're tired, and it's really easy to light. The heat adjustment on the MSR Pocket Rocket is just so easy and efficient. I like that the pot stand, although it folds away to such a small size, when extended, can accommodate quite a range of pot sizes. And MSR have included this ingenious 3-part screen on the burner head itself, which separates the burner into 3 separate sections. If the wind blows in from one direction and suffs that part of the flame, or even 2 parts, then the burner will remain lit, improving your chances of getting a hot drink or meal whilst limiting fuel wastage. I rely on this stove a lot, usually when I'm bikepacking or lightweight hiking just for a day or two. This is also the stove that I drop into my grab bag when I'm driving around the UK for work or even into Europe. Now let's take a look at this. This is my stove in a cup, and if you really want a stove that's going to fit into your pocket, I guess this is the solution that's going to work for you. Inside this little bag is everything that I need to heat up enough water to make a hot drink or two, to whip up a pot noodle, or to rehydrate a dehydrated or freeze-dried meal. Inside the bag is this 420 milliliter capacity tent lock titanium mug and lid. Starting from the outside, I've clipped on this little cross pot stand. I'll come back to it. If we look at the mug first, it's a 420 milliliter mug. It's titanium, so it's lightweight, it's robust, and it's hard wearing. These fold out handles do the job, but they can get a bit hot. So I recommend using either a glove or a bit of pot grabber or whatever to handle the cup. On the lid is this fold flat clip so that you can easily look inside even when the lid's hot. And if you lift the clip and push it into this slot, it stays up so it doesn't get hot during the heating process. This 2-piece pot stand for spirit burners is so simple and so effective. You literally just slot it together. Inside my cup is this yellow bag, and inside the yellow bag is my brass Trangia spirit burner. You simply open it up, pop on the pot stand, and you're good to go. I've been using spirit burners like this for decades, and I've always found that the easiest and safest way to light them is with a ferro rod. You can't actually use the simmer or snuff ring when you're using the cross pot stand, so you've got no control of the heat. So when you finish cooking or heating, you're left with two choices. You can either leave the stove to burn out, which I don't particularly like, or you can remove the pot stand using a couple of sticks or the pliers on your multi-tool and move it out of the way. Obviously being mindful of where you place it, and then use the simmer and snuff ring to extinguish the flame, which saves you fuel. A quick point to note, spirit burners do get really hot on the bottom when they're in use, so be sure to use something to insulate and protect the surface below. I use this 10-inch square welder's mat, which has proven to be effective, and it doesn't cost much. Protecting the environments that we love is important, so the very small investment of money and energy required to buy and use a mat has an immeasurable value. When it comes to fuel, I usually fill the burner and store it in there inside the bag, inside the cup, and that gives me enough to heat 2 cups. The seals on the burner lids are very good, but always check your kit, and if it does start to perish, replacements are readily available and at a cost that's not going to affect your credit score. If I think I may need more fuel, I just carry it in a small Nalgene bottle. I don't know how much this system weighs, and I really can't be bothered to weigh it. But if weight is something that's important to you, then you could replace the brass Trangia burner with a lightweight titanium version. Spirit burner systems are greatly affected by wind. Even the slightest of breezes can have an adverse effect on your burn efficiency and your fuel economy. So you could make a windshield out of a pile of stones, a shop-bought wind guard, or even recycle an old foil pie tin. A couple of quick top tips, not just for micro stoves or pocket stoves, but any outdoor or at home cooking system. Always use a lid on your boiling pot in whatever form that pot takes, because a lid will decrease the heating time, the boiling time, and therefore save you fuel. A lid is also essential for steam management, a subject that's probably more relevant to Arctic or extreme cold weather environments, and that's a subject I don't want to go into that in this video. And remember that you don't always need boiling water. You don't need a fiercely boiling pot of water just to knock up a cup of instant coffee. And the time that saves you fuel. Fuel saved is money saved and carried weight saved. So which system do I choose when and why? I absolutely love my MSR Pocket Rocket, and if I'm outside doing something active, then this is the system that I run with every time. But if my outdoor activity involves enjoying the peace and tranquility around me, such as walking a mountain stream and hunting for wild trout with a fly rod, or sitting in woods and watching nature happen, then I tend to rely on the spirit burner system. It just feels more gentle, it's definitely quieter, and it seems a lot less intrusive. If you've got any questions or suggestions, then please fire away in the comments. Shared information based on knowledge and experience is a great way for us all to learn and to grow. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel wherever the button is. Be good, be brilliant, be awesome, and remember, if I can help you in any way, get in touch, let's have a conversation and make good stuff happen. See ya.